Believe it or not, this is a hotel, and tonight we're going to go ahead and spend the night here. Right, it's very sunny, but I've been walking for the last like 30 minutes now, and we're just about to walk around the corner where it is. This is our room for the night. Let's go and take a look. It looks relatively quiet, like no one's here. I don't know if anyone's at reception. Check-in's in 32 minutes from now. This is so weird, but it's so cool as well. I feel like I have a jumbo jet to myself. So if you're wondering which room we're going to have tonight, it's gonna be one of these. We're staying in the engine. There is a room up in the cockpit, which is super cool. It's like a suite with like its own bathroom and stuff, but that wasn't available. So the second coolest option was, of course, to stay inside one of the engines. Now, to make it even better, right, we've got a swing. Maybe, I'm not sure, I think it's probably a truck tire. And also, I have experience driving these. You have an EBT or a Charlotte, a baggage car. This is, of course, what pulls the baggage around the airport to take it to the aircraft ready for your holiday. The thing is, like, as a passenger, this is stuff that you don't generally see. And also here, I'll give you a fun fact. Airplanes, of course, have brake pads, and of course, those wear down. And the way that you can tell if the brakes are fully worn is this pin here. It's a little bit rusted on this. Once this pin goes all the way down to here, brakes need replacing. Just to give you a size comparison, I'll just show you how big the landing gear is real quick. Let's pop you down here. The phone fell over. Take two. This is how big the landing gear is. Before we consider checking in, you can actually stand on the wing. So we're gonna do exactly that. About to walk on the wing of a jumbo jet, and in here, these are rooms in these windows. They've all been converted into bedrooms. So I'll give you a few facts about this Boeing 747-200. Opened in 2009, has 33 rooms and 72 beds. It was built in 1976, originally for Singapore Airlines, and then its last operator was Transjet, and after that, subsequently got bought out by somebody called Oscar, who then completely renovated the aircraft for over $3 million and turned it into this, what you see here, exactly what we're going to stay in tonight. So I've just picked up my key. I'm gonna keep my voice down a little bit because we're inside now, but this is really cool. We're in the nose of the aircraft. This is the cafe, and on the wall is pretty cool. There's photos of all of the airlines, all the previous operators of this aircraft. You got here Air Asia, Transjet. I believe this was the last operator of this aircraft. This one actually, this is really interesting. An aircraft that used to operate from London Gatwick. I'm not quite sure which airline that is. That's it actually moving into here. Take one more look around the other side. Again, Transjet, you got Pan Am as well. That was a big operator of this aircraft. Another shot of Pan Am, and the original operator was Singapore Airlines. It's really cool here as well. I'm not quite sure which seats these are, maybe first class or like premium economy back in the day. But they look pretty cool seats. Not actually very comfortable, surprisingly. Because I mean, back in the day, this would have been the luxury. But now, it doesn't really compare. Right, I've got the key. It's time to go in and have a look. Let's give it a tap and let's see what this is all about, shall we? Go in. Oh, this is pretty cool. Look at this. This is our room for the night. It's very, I mean, it's actually more spacious than I thought it would be, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I thought it was gonna be a lot more tiny. Let's just close the door. Oh wow, I feel like I'm in a spaceship. One thing I will say, I mean, I didn't really expect the weather to be like this in Stockholm. It's quite hot. I mean, here it's getting a little bit stuffy, but you've got a flat screen TV, little blinds, of course, put down so no one can really peep through, although the glass is like kind of like stained in it or like whatever, a little bit distorted, so they can't look through anyway. You've got a fire extinguisher in case you have an engine fire, bird strike or something like that, and at the back, of course, you have like a window, and then you have the bed itself, which, first impressions, let's give you my first impressions actually, let's do that. Okay, first impressions, we need to see what the bed's like. I think, I don't know, it's genuinely really comfortable. The
lighting here isn't the greatest, but it's getting late now and it's time to wind down, head back to the engine and call it a night. So let's do exactly that. Good night, everyone. I'll let you know how the bed was in the morning when I wake up. See you tomorrow.
Right, good morning. Just woken up. It's around 8 AM. I'm going to wake up, head to the showers to freshen up and get changed. Then we'll go ahead and check out the cafe. This is the view here. It's really not too bad. That was genuinely a very comfortable night here. It's definitely very cozy in here, as you can tell. To be fair, it was honestly a really, really nice night. And if like this here, the ceilings, like everything around it, it's like carpet. It's like a carpet type material. It almost like soundproofs everything as well. So it's super like unbelievably quiet in here as well.
So we're at the back of the aircraft now, just taking a quick look and do like a cabin walkthrough. Starting from the very back, of course, one of the doors. You've got some washrooms at the back because depending on which room you have, of course, you don't have a shower, so you have to share some of them. And this is the cabin itself, the aisle itself, and just looks like one of these rooms have been cleaned. Just like a quick peek in here, but this is one of many rooms inside the 747. I won't go in, doesn't look like I'm supposed to, but you can pull the curtains to reveal the wing and the outside of the aircraft as well, as if you were a passenger. But then continuing on, again, just rooms either side, another washroom, all the way down. It's quite big, actually, if I'm being honest with you. You then have what looks to be baggage drop-off room as well, so if you need to go somewhere and you can leave your bags, that's the place. Looks like it's a locked, secure room as well, which is always great news. And then moving on, you have pictures either side, which show the whole process of when the aircraft was brought here itself, which is crazy, like being torn apart. The whole renovation process, which, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, took around $3 million to do. And then up here you have the reception itself through to the cafe, which is just there. Don't think I'm gonna have any of the breakfast, only because it's not appealing to me, but I'm sure for some people it is. But you've just got an array of like breads, cereals, and then you've got some like juices, and like ham and cheese in the fridge as well. So not a massive selection, but definitely something there if you want it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upper deck. Oh, that's a bit, I don't know how to, let's go back down the stairs here to open the door. Let's see, that opens the wrong way. You can see on the wall here that this is what it used to look like, and now it looks just like this, which is really, really cool. Especially if you're staying here with many guests and you're up here late at night with maybe a couple drinks, having fun and watching the TV. I believe they even provide, yes, the Apple TV down here, which is an old one, but it's pretty cool as well. You have entertainment, which is a nice thing, but you have all of this space as well to yourself if you book the cockpit suite. You even have what looks to be the original first class like flight attendant station, where they would go ahead and serve like tea, coffee, drink, champagne, whatever they would have served back in the day. If you head this way, you can either go out there onto the deck or into the cockpit suite. This hasn't been made, he did warn me of that. Someone was staying here last night. You can see that some rooms themselves, the suites, including especially this one, comes with a shower and all of the essentials that you'd want in a room, basically. But let's go right up there. I'm more interested to go up to the controls and see what the controls are like. Let's crawl forwards here. This is really neat. For someone who really likes aviation, this is like a gold mine right now. The original flight controls of this 747. If you look in the middle here, you've got all of the original buttons and switches. You've of course got the throttle quadrant itself here and the reverse thrust, which is, these are massive actually. These are a lot bigger than I thought they would be. Up here in the cockpit suite, you have another flat screen TV as well. So if you set your pillows down that end, you can lay here with a view and then watch TV as well. But what's also really interesting, if you look up on the overhead panel, you have all of the circuit breakers as well. Now, obviously, if you're wanting to stay in the 747 hotel, we'd highly recommend trying to get a hold of the cockpit suite because it's obviously one of the coolest rooms here anyway. They don't have any availability for this room. We try to get it until December, which is quite far from now. It's incredible to see that it's that booked up. But yeah, if you intend on staying here, highly recommend trying to get this room because of this, purely because of the fact that you get, of course, access to the flight deck, which is really cool. You get a double bed, a bathroom, a shower, a toilet. You get everything that you want. A first-class lounge with coffee machines, like 8 first-class chairs, an Apple TV, and a massive flat-screen TV to watch. So, of course, there's very many more perks booking this room. So if you do end up staying here, try to get this one, because obviously this is the gold mine. Second best option, like we did, of course, was book the engine room. Although that doesn't have as many of the amenities that you'd really want, I think the second coolest option is obviously sleeping in the engine of a jumbo jet rather than a usual cabin that you would sit in anyway. All in all, this place is really neat. I've really enjoyed my stay here. We've got 20 minutes now until we need to check out and make our way out of here. Got to catch a flight later this evening as well, so stay tuned for a trip report on that one, flying with Scandinavian Airlines. Of course, you saw me earlier on in the video, shoes have to be taken off, so I need to go ahead and put those back on. And then we're gonna make our way out into the lovely weather here today. It's taken a massive turn. It was a nice summer's day yesterday, but now it's just really, now it's really rubbish. Yeah, okay, the outside doesn't look like overly appealing, but the inside is very clean, so don't let it fool you. It's almost like the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. The outside just looks a bit meh. I mean, it's still eye-catching. It's a jumbo jet sitting on the side of a road. If you are planning on staying here and you've driven past like 101 times, don't let the paint scheme fool you, because the inside is actually quite clean and the staff have been so far very, very welcoming. And also last night I managed to chat with the owner of the aircraft as well. He was super nice. I gave him a keychain and he gave me a little bit of merch from here as well, which was really nice of him. And there you have it. We've just completed our stay here on board this 747 at Jumbostay, located at Stockholm Arlanda Airport. Really, really interesting night. I think if you're in the area and you get the chance to check it out, it's quite accessible, relatively cheap, and I'd highly recommend doing so. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up on it. And of course, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe for more aviation related content. With that being said, as always, take care and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.